From Storm Tracker 6, this is Forecast First, sponsored by Auto Owners Insurance. Simple human sense.
We have a blanket of cloud cover in place across mid-Michigan as we kick off this Monday morning. This cloud cover will be sticking around as we go throughout the rest of the day, and our temperatures are going to be trending on the cooler side of things. Current readings mainly sitting in the mid to upper 40s. We're at 45 degrees in Hillsdale, 44 our current temperature in Lansing and St. John's. Still stuck in the low 50s off to our southeast in places like Ann Arbor and Adrian. As I mentioned, we stay dry as we go throughout the rest of the day. A few peaks of sunshine will be possible this afternoon and evening. High temperatures struggling to make it up into the low 60s across the area, and we are going to be even cooler as we move throughout the rest of the work week as well. I'll have some more details on what else you should be expecting coming up in just a little bit. 6 News This Morning continues.
WLNS is here for you, celebrating 75 years of bringing you the news with 6 News This Morning.
This morning, we now know the name of the man killed in the city of Jackson after police released his identity. Good morning and happy Monday. Today is May 19th. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Megan Vaselli. 6 News is here for you now with this morning's top stories. Investigators now say 22-year-old Amarian Flowers was shot and killed near downtown Jackson. The shooting happened Friday afternoon at a home on Warwick Court. Officers say Flowers was taken to the hospital where he died from his injuries. Police haven't said yet whether they've made any arrests or know of any possible suspects. But if you have any information on this deadly shooting, call the detective at the number on your screen. The tornado count continues to rise. In fact, the National Weather Service now confirms 25 tornadoes have touched down in Michigan so far this year. That includes the EF1 that hit Eaton County during last week's severe storms. The agency says that tornado touched down just north of Charlotte and moved into the Lansing area north of Dimondale and near Waverly. The National Weather Service confirmed 8 other tornadoes touched down throughout the state Thursday as well. With these new numbers, just one more would put this year in the top 10 for most tornadoes in the state since 1950. 1974 holds the current record of most tornadoes in a year with 39. That's according to the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, which says the second most was 35 back in 2001. Meanwhile, the cleanup continues as more people get their power restored. The Lansing Board of Water and Light still is reporting just more than 1,000 customers without power this morning, with most expected to get it back by Wednesday. As for Consumers Energy, its crews are still working to get back the lights for just more than 14,000 customers. Governor Gretchen Whitmer now working to secure a major disaster declaration for parts of northern Michigan impacted by the historic ice storm that hit the area back in March. The storm knocked down thousands of power lines and made impassable hundreds of miles of roads. Governor Whitmer submitted a formal request seeking federal aid. It would be directed specifically to help homeowners and renters, and also would reimburse local governments, tribal agencies, and eligible nonprofit groups for repair and cleanup costs. Now FEMA will review this request and make a recommendation to President Trump about whether to issue the major disaster declaration. A heads up for hunters this morning. There's only a few weeks left to apply for bear and elk hunting licenses. Now, these kinds of licenses are very limited and only available through a drawing. The Michigan Department of Natural Resources says you can apply anywhere that sells hunting licenses, and applications are just $5. The more times you apply, of course, the more likely you are to get one. Drawing results will be posted on June 23rd. Today is National Devil's Food Cake Day, celebrating the delicious treat while embracing the richness of chocolate. 6 News Morning reporter Zoe Hewitt joins us now live at Sweet Encounter Bakery in downtown Lansing with a look at some sweet ways you can celebrate the holiday. Good morning, Zoe.
Good morning. Well, it is National Devil's Food Cake Day, and it smells delicious here at Sweet Encounter Bakery with owner Nikki Thompson-Frazier. And right before this, you saw us learning to make a Ding Dong inspired cupcake. I promised you I'd show you my version, so here it is. I think Nikki is a pretty darn good teacher. It looks amazing. Now, we're also going to show you one other version that you can make at home. It's a chocolate lava cupcake. It has a nice button of chocolate on top, which looks amazing. But Nikki, sometimes at home we don't have these special piping tips, so how can we make an at-home version?
So just use Ziploc bags. So we have like a Ziploc style bag here, and you're going to clip the bottom or the tip of it. We're going to stick this down in here because with chocolate lava, it's actually filled with chocolate ganache. So, and that's also what's on top. So you see all that kind of oozing out?
Oh, that looks amazing. And you can also use the back of a spoon like we did with the Ding Dong ones, right?
That's
If you
right.
don't have that at home too.
That's right. And then, so I'm just going to use another bag. There's no tip in here, and I just cut a nice hole. So this one has the cool tip that we use, but if you don't have any tips, you just do this, and you're going to just kind of squeeze and go around in a circle, squeeze, go around in a circle, and then we're going to top it off, of course, with some more chocolate ganache, because guess what? It's Devil Food Cake Day.
That's right. Yum, yum. And you don't want to push too hard, right, when you're putting on that white
Don't push
frosting.
too hard. Not at all.
Now, that looks delicious. It smells so good in here. I wish all of you could smell it, too. That chocolate smell vision, exactly, wafting up. I'm live here at Sweet Encounter Bakery. Zoe Hewitt with 6 News This Morning.
From Storm Tracker 6, this is Weather on the Sixes, sponsored by Auto Owners Insurance. Simple human sense.
Thankfully, we have some very quiet conditions in the forecast across mid-Michigan as we move throughout the rest of our Monday. Now, to go along with those quiet conditions, we also have some cooler temperatures in place. Most of our readings this morning currently sitting in the mid to low 40s. Satellite and radar shows dry and mostly cloudy conditions across the entire area as we kick off our Monday. There is an area of high pressure to our southeast, which will help to keep us dry at least as we go throughout the rest of the day, but it looks like this kind of widespread cloud cover that we have in place this morning will be continuing across the area. Notice that we have a rather large area of low pressure with a rather large line of rain showers developing to our west. That system moves into our region by tomorrow afternoon, giving us the chance for rain. Notice we hold on to the chance for precipitation basically as we move throughout the rest of the work week as well. Moral of the story, enjoy the dry time that we have in the forecast today, even though it will feature some cooler temperatures. We're only going to make it up to a high of 60 degrees across the area today. That's around 11 degrees below average for this time of year, but it will come along with a few peaks of sunshine this afternoon, and then especially this evening, a good chance for us to break into partly cloudy conditions.
All right, Kendall, thank you so much. Well, here at TV6, we're holding a Spring Flowers giveaway, and it's super easy to enter. Just go to our website, WLNS.com/flowers, and share a picture of your spring blooms. That will get you registered to win a $100 Visa gift card. You have until noon on Tuesday, May 27th before we choose a winner randomly. And thanks for sharing your spring blooms with Picks on 6. Coming up in our What's